everyone. I hope this finds you all healthy and happy. And I'm going to come on today and do a little project for my neighbor lady. And I just thought I would take you all along with me. She has a couple other little wall hangings. One's at just kind of a larger tag size, and the other one's a square that I have done for her since over the time that I've lived here. She's been a super good friend to me and a big help to me, and she likes things like sunflowers, and so I have done her just a couple little things to hang on her door. And today she said to me, do you think that you could make me a third one so that she could stagger them down on her door? And I said, absolutely, sure I will. So I just thought that I would take you along, and I have this piece of chipboard here, and I have a piece of corrugated cardboard that I'm going to use, and because I kind of love the effect when you tear the corrugated cardboard, and she likes things more natural and kind of earthy. She's not a real foo-foo type person, so that's the kind of style she likes, and she loves dragonflies. So I found some beautiful dragonfly images that I printed, and I'm going to use a couple of these. I'm not sure which ones yet. At any rate, yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and probably as always I will go ahead and put this in fast forward so that you all aren't bored to tears because you know how slow I am. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll probably maybe either do a voiceover or put captions. One of the two as to kind of what I'm doing, and stick with me, and I will speak with you at the end. Okay, here I'm just finding a piece of wallpaper to put as a backing for the whole project. This is going to go on the back of the chipboard, and I'm just tracing around it and cutting it out here, and then I'm going to adhere it to the back of the chipboard using my high performance glue from Scotch that I love so much, and it really sticks. I'm also here using a piece of twine to put in between the wallpaper backing and the chipboard for a hanger for the project. So I'm putting that down using a little bit of high performance Scotch glue on the top of it, a little bit extra, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the chipboard down, and that will form a nice looking back for my project. Here I'm using some Distress ink by Tim Holtz in the Wild Honey, and I'm going around the edge of my chipboard with the Wild Honey, making a little bit of a border around the edge of the project. The piece of corrugated card is going to go over top, and I wanted a little bit of an edging around that. Here I'm tearing the top layer of the cardboard off in little sections on the piece to give it some interest and some some texture in the background. And I love this style to do with a piece of corrugated cardboard. I think it looks really neat. And so once I have that the way I want it, then I just decide how I'm going to go about it. And right here I'm using some Vintage Photo by Tim Holtz. I went with a little bit darker around the actual corrugated cardboard. Here I'm actually fraying some little pieces of linen-like material, fraying them all around and cutting them, and put a little bit of Vintage Photo on the corrugated part, and to distress it a little bit, sort of cutting it in uneven pieces and then just fraying it all around, making it look a little ragged, and kind of getting a little bit of an idea where I want to maybe do some of my placement. Here off camera, and I'm sorry you can't see it very well, I actually distressed the linen-like material a bit as well. Here I'm actually gluing the frayed pieces of the linen-like material down, and going around the edges of my little focal points with, I believe I'm using Vintage Photo for those as well. Just keeping fraying some other pieces of the linen-like cloth, and there you saw me go over it with a little bit of the Distress ink in Vintage Photo, putting that down as well, kind of placing it how I want it, and wrinkling it up a little bit as I go, because I want it to have that texture. This is a piece of a sort of a gold colored burlap, and I'm also fraying it and cutting it unevenly, and to give it some interest, and putting that down as well for a little bit more color. And so just making sure everything's adhered very well here. And then I think I'm going to go in with another piece of the gold burlap. I think I'm off camera there, sorry, fraying another bit of it. You'll see it here in just a second. Same thing really, just getting it frayed, and there's a tiny piece there that I'm adding to it. And I think I end up putting another piece on there yet as well. And again, just sort of going to see, going around and seeing about my placement, seeing how maybe I want the piece to balance out. I'm trying to decide on some flowers, and I make a little bow out of the gold burlap for down in the corner. Here I realized that I had lost some footage, and I do apologize for that. But basically what I did, and you can see there where I mixed some red and sort of a brown color to get a rust, and put a little bit of that acrylic in the background for a little bit of color. Also, I'm building some flowers here to try to add a little bit more color to it. It just didn't look like it had much color. Here I'm just getting my little spray boxes out after I put a little bit of background down and worked on it a little bit more, adding some gold metallic to it, and I kind of got the background where I wanted it, but I decided I thought I wanted to try using some black splatters. So I'm terrible at splatters. I don't know what it is. I just can't seem to get it to work for me as smoothly as other folks do. But in the end, I did get my splatters down, and once I had them down, I was thinking, I think I just messed up. But but in the end, once I actually gave it a little bit of a dry here and put the focal points, laid them back down on there to see how they would look as far as composition wise went. I was happy then that I had actually put the black splatters, because the script on the little focal points is black. The dragonflies, there's a lot of black in them as well, and so I just kind of thought I sort of was really glad then that I did the black splatters. And here I'm just working again on the composition, the way I want everything to be put down. I finished my little flowers and put a little bit of yellow in the centers of them, so that would bring out the gold burlap and a little bit of gold metallic, a tiny little bit of a gold metallic that I put in the background. And so I just kind of finished that. I made a little knot for the center of the bow, of the burlap bow, and so that's basically it. Well, all finished, and I really like how it turned out, and I think my neighbor is gonna really like it as well. She loves dragonflies, as I had said earlier, and I think that she's gonna really like it, and I really like how it turned out myself. I was really kind of worried about the black splatters when I first put them on, but then I think it really kind of sets it off. I don't know if you can see them very well or not, but anyway, I'm all done, and thank you so much for watching, and thank you to all my subbies, and I have a few new subbies once again, and so hello and welcome, and I thank you so much for subscribing. I hope that you stay with me for a long time. I appreciate all of my subbies very much, and I will see you soon here. I'm going to be doing a little short video about some flowers that I made with some very much like Tyvek material that Nina Ribena, I won her little monthly challenge, and she gave me some of that paper, and it makes gorgeous flowers. So I was going to come back on a little bit and show you some of those flowers that I made. So I will see you very soon, and in the meantime, everyone, God bless you. Bye-bye.